Hey ambitious professionals, it's Linda Rayner of lindarayner.com, guiding you to a career and life you'll truly enjoy. And in today's video, I wanted to do something fun and share with you what I would do if I was unemployed, specifically when it comes to looking for a new job. So stay tuned. As a career strategist, I have had the ability to help numerous corporate ambitious professionals just like you to land their dream job offers. And if this is something that you're more interested in learning about, I can share details about that as well as my free resources available to you at the end of this video. Now, you may or may not know this, but in the past, I used to be a corporate recruiter, and I worked with hundreds, probably even thousands of individuals who were looking for jobs. Now, many of them were employed, but there were also a good number of them who were unemployed. And so I got to see firsthand what that experience was like for them. And so today I want to share with you what I would do if I was in a position like that, where I was unemployed, looking for a job, a corporate position, and how I would go about it. And hopefully this will help you if you're in the same position right now. Now, the very first thing that I would do, this is something that I feel is extremely important before even taking on any practical action steps, is I would start to believe in myself. Now, I know this may sound weird and cheesy as a first step, but it is so important. Without knowing how to eliminate your negative thoughts, which, by the way, I have a video on how to do, so feel free to check it out, you will struggle in your job search. And I know this because I've seen it. I've seen the people who stay positive, who believe in themselves, who trust that the right opportunity is out there and do all the things that they need to do to keep themselves positive and in an optimistic mindset. And I've also seen people who are negative from the beginning, who don't believe in themselves, who think that it's going to be a struggle. I see the differences in how quickly they're able to land their job offers and in how little or how much of a struggle they end up going through. So this is extremely important. So what I would do is I would journal, I would meditate, I would exercise, I would do all the things that I need to do to maintain my mental, spiritual, and emotional well-being so that the next days, weeks, and months to come are not going to be a struggle. So if you're looking for a job, stop creating it into a struggle for yourself. If you are dealing with negative thoughts, you need to rewind, you need to do some deep digging and eliminate these negative thoughts. And like I said, I have a video on exactly how to do that. Now, step number 2 is to create a compelling, well-written, attractive resume that speaks to the recruiter. Why does it have to speak to the recruiter specifically? Because the recruiter generally is the first set of eyes that will be looking at your resume or CV. And so if you don't know how to craft your resume in a way that it is simple and clear and concise enough for the recruiter to understand, then you're not going to get to the level where a hiring manager is looking at your resume. Recruiters are always usually the first ones to screen your resume. They identify if you're a fit for the job, and then they'll pass that on to the hiring manager, who will then call you in for a second round interview. But the recruiters are the gatekeepers. So you need to understand the strategy on how to write a clear, concise, simple enough resume that demonstrates your skills, knowledge, and experience and speaks in the language of the recruiter and, of course, the hiring manager. Some people don't put enough work into their resume, and I can't stress this enough as to how important this is. The resume is your ticket, the ticket to get you in the door for an interview. And then, of course, in the interview, you have to sell yourself and do all the right things to get the job. But if you can't get in the door with your resume, then you're not going to even get a shot at being considered for the job. So if you need help with writing your resume and figuring out the strategy, then I have a resource available to you. Feel free to check out my free resume mastery workshop. The link is in the description box down below, or I've included the link here as well. Feel free to sign up for it. It's completely free, and you'll learn some key strategies and techniques on how to write an attractive, compelling resume that speaks the language of the recruiters and hiring managers. Now, once you have your resume in place, the third thing that I would do is I would reach out to employers directly on LinkedIn to apply for jobs. This is something that a lot of people don't know about. If you are someone who's applying for jobs day in and day out and you're only applying online, meaning you're only submitting through their online job boards, then you are likely not getting enough interviews from that because think about it. When you're applying online through the job boards, it's you plus maybe 100 other people applying on that same job board. And what's happening is the recruiters aren't able to filter through all hundreds of resumes. And sometimes they only look at the top 2, 3, 4, 5 that initially came in. So if you're a little bit late, then you might not even be looked at all. Your resume will just drown in the sea of other resumes. So instead, to counteract this, to stand out, one technique and strategy that I would do if I were you is to reach out to the hiring manager and the recruiter via LinkedIn, and send them a message and send them your resume as well, and let them know that you're interested in the opportunity that they're currently hiring for and see what happens. You're going to do that, plus you're going to apply through the online job board. This has helped my one-on-one private coaching clients land job offers simply, easily, and quickly, because guess what? They're setting themselves apart, they're putting themselves forward. So of course you need to have a great LinkedIn profile to go along with it, and of course your great, amazing resume. But as soon as you have those two things, you can reach out and hopefully you'll get a higher response rate. And last but not the least thing that I would do, step number 4, is to practice interview answers every day, even if you don't have any interviews lined up yet. That's what I would do. The thing about getting invited to interviews is that they can happen at any time, sometimes within 1 day's notice. So if you're not prepared and you haven't done any work, meaning you haven't prepared your compelling stories and examples, you don't know the answers to the most common interview questions and how you're going to explain them, what's going to happen in the interviews is that you're more likely than not, you're going to make up your answers on the spot. You're going to ramble on and on. You're going to stutter. You're going to trip over your words. And overall, you're just not going to be able to sell yourself well. Some of the basic questions that can be asked could be, why are you interested in this opportunity? Why should we hire you? What do you know about our company? If you don't even have the basic answers to these, you are going to fail those interviews, my friend. Now, I do have a resource to help you with this. If you're struggling with your interviews, I have my free interview strategy workshop, which is available to you right now. It's a brand new workshop that I've created recently. If you want to get access to it, feel free to follow the link down below in the description box, or you can see the link right here and just sign up. You'll learn some key strategies and techniques on how to impress hiring managers in the interviews. And I also give you a free sample answer to one of the most common interview questions. So there you have it. Those are the 4 things that I would do if I was unemployed and looking for a job. I would do these on a daily basis. Now be sure to check out the resources, the workshops that I mentioned in this video so that you can get your free training and learn the strategies and the steps that you need in order to land your next job offer. Now, if you are someone who is currently looking for a new position, you've been struggling in interviews, you haven't been getting many interview calls in the first place, and you realize that you need one-on-one professional help from me, feel free to reach out. Head on over to my website, lindarainer.com/standoutgethired, read through the page, fill in the application form, and if it feels as though we are a potential match, then one of my team members will reach out to you directly. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share it with your friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.